Everyone, and welcome to today's video. This is a B1 level speaking lesson, and today we're going to be learning vocabulary to be able to talk about life in the US. So, what do you know about the United States, if you recognize any of these places? So, this is the Florida Keys, Los Angeles, Chicago, Texas, New York, and Yosemite National Park. Do you know anything about the city of Boston? Boston is in the state of Massachusetts. It's the home of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, or MIT. The Charles River is in Boston. This is a commuter train. This is a picture of it looks like a church in Boston. Harvard University is in Boston, and Fenway Park, the home of the Boston Red Sox baseball team. All right, here are some examples of American food. See if you know the names of any of these things. So this is a chicken pot pie, a hamburger, donuts, clam chowder, a hot dog, and a po' boy sandwich. And these are some American companies: Pfizer, Gap, The Gap, Boeing, Amazon.com, McDonald's, Starbucks Coffee, and Google. Here are some famous places and sites: the Grand Canyon, the Statue of Liberty, Hollywood, Disneyland, excuse me, Six Flags Amusement Park, and New Orleans. All right, so now I'm going to read, and you can follow along as I read. But because this is a speaking lesson, after you listen to my reading this text, I'd like you to go back and read it aloud to practice your own pronunciation. My name is Sylvia, and I live in Boston. Boston is one of the oldest cities in the United States of America. Most people call our country the USA, or the US. Boston is the capital of the state of Massachusetts. There are 50 states in the US. Some of the best known states are New York, California, and Texas. The US is one of the biggest countries in the world. We have a very long coastline on both the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. Our neighbors are Canada in the north and Mexico in the south. I'm a scientist, and I work as a researcher at MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. MIT is a research university in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Cambridge is north of Boston across the Charles River. Cambridge is also home to another famous university, Harvard University. In the warmer months, I ride my bike to work. In the colder months, I travel to work by commuter train. It only takes me 30 minutes to travel from Boston to Cambridge. In the USA, we have lots of great food. Hamburgers, pizza, hot dogs, and donuts are all very popular. I do not eat these foods very much because they are delicious but unhealthy. Some of my favorite foods to eat in Boston are chicken pot pies and clam chowder. A chicken pot pie is a pie filled with chicken and vegetables like carrots, peas, and potatoes. Clam chowder is a soup made of clams, potatoes, onions, and celery. My favorite winter activity is skiing. There are many great places to ski near Boston. Vermont and New Hampshire are states that are close to Boston. They have great hills for skiing. It takes 3 to 4 hours to drive to Vermont, so we usually go on ski trips for the whole weekend. You probably already know many other things about my country. Tourists come to see Hollywood, where movies are made. People love to visit Disneyland and Six Flags to have fun. There are historic cities like New Orleans, beach towns like Miami, and of course New York, which many people call the Big Apple. All right, so first now think about these questions. What can you remember about the United States? What are some of the cities? What kind of food do people eat in the US? And where do tourists like to visit? Now, practice speaking aloud and using full sentences to talk about anything that you can remember about what you've just read. These are some sentence starters, so you can start the sentences in these ways and then complete the sentences with what you remember. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.